One of the most unsettling feelings with a narcissist is the feeling that when the going gets tough, the narcissist is going to get going. In hindsight, it's something we all know well, but when you're in the relationship, it can be a tough pill to swallow. What we're talking about here today is how the narcissist reacts to your pain. So when you're sick or when you're in any sort of emotional pain, we're going to talk through what you might expect from the narcissist in your life. My name is Christina, and this channel is dedicated to helping you recognize and overcome the effects of emotional abuse. And if you think you are in a relationship with a narcissist, I have a free download with a handy checklist that can help you figure that out. You'll find it in the description below. So this topic that we're tackling here today is super important because it has to do with a narcissist's lack of empathy. The narcissist does not really have the capacity to care about what's going on in your life, especially not to the level that they would need to in order to be supportive for you. So this will show up whenever you are in some sort of need. So let's say you've been diagnosed with a chronic illness, or maybe you just have the flu, or maybe you're grieving the loss of a loved one. If your partner is reacting in any of the ways that we're going to talk about here today, definitely take that as a red flag. It's something that needs to be addressed. But the overarching feeling when you're in a relationship with a narcissist is that usually that you know it in your gut, this person is not there for the long haul. So how might a narcissist react to your pain? One way is through dismissal. They may just dismiss your pain and act like it's not happening. This is a form of gaslighting. They may tell you it's not that bad, you're overreacting, you should stop complaining, don't be such a martyr. They will try to shame you into submission because they don't want to deal with your feelings. Another way that a narcissist might react to your pain is through manipulation. It might trigger them to use that situation to manipulate you or other people. They might make it seem like you need them in that time, or they might use your illness or your grief or your bad situation as a way to virtue signal to other people that they're a good person. So this one, I believe, is a lot more rare than the others on this list. And it happens with certain types of narcissists, but they may use your bad time, your pain, to elevate them. So another way that you might expect a narcissist to react to your pain is by just being completely callous. So this is where that lack of empathy really shines through. And this may even be the first time that you realize that somebody in your life, somebody important to you, really lacks empathy. And I've been there. This realization can be a little bit scary. But when you're with a narcissist who lacks empathy, you can expect that they're going to do whatever they can to get the attention off of you. And oftentimes that's picking a fight. So it's kind of like they're kicking you when you're down. And that's a pretty obvious sign that this person does not have a whole lot of empathy. So a narcissist may also use your pain for attention. So people who are empathetic are going to be reaching out, and they're going to be wanting to give you attention because they know that you need it in this time. You need that emotional support. And this is when you can expect the narcissist to make it all about them. So either they will go above and beyond to make it seem like they're there for you, or they'll make it all about themselves. They may even say something like, well, have you considered what it's like for me to be in this situation where this person is in so much pain? So another way that you can expect a narcissist to react to your pain, and unfortunately sometimes this happens in the medical community too, is that they might gaslight you, and they might tell you that it is all in your head. And I know that those of you who are dealing with chronic illness have probably experienced this on quite a few levels. But the more often it happens, the less likely you are to talk about your pain. And if it's not a pain that someone can see physically, and if you feel like no one believes you, you might start to believe that it's all in your head too. You might start to believe that maybe you've just become such a hypochondriac that you've made this all up. And this is so incredibly isolating, especially when the person who you expect to be supportive of you is the one who's causing you to try to suppress all of the feelings, all of the pain that you have, just because it's an inconvenience for them. So another way you can expect a narcissist to react to your pain is through surface level support. So let's say you're sick and you're on the couch and you ask them to get you a drink. They happen to be in the kitchen. Yeah, sure, I know you're sick, I'll get you a drink. But if they have to go out of their way for anything, then it becomes an issue. That's when they might start to gaslight you. They might start to question whether you're actually sick. They might even accuse you of manipulating them for sympathy. And I've dealt with this one personally, and without getting too graphic, there was a time I had a stomach virus and I had trouble holding anything down. And I got so tired of the implication that I was faking it that I wanted to grab this person and literally show him that I was actually sick, that I could not hold anything down. But I fought the urge to do that, and it probably wouldn't have helped anyway. So if you're seeing signs that the person you're with lacks empathy and they have no time for your pain, they're picking fights when you're grieving, they're questioning whether you're actually sick, they're gaslighting you into believing that it's all in your head, these are all signs that person might lack empathy. And if you're questioning that yourself, definitely watch the next video we have coming up, and that will tell you exactly how low empathy manifests in relationships like these and what it really means for you.